Good afternoon, Mark.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I apologize. Bryan won't stop talking. Shall we begin?
Absolutely.
It is good to see you.
Yeah.
Welcome to their home. So, where shall we begin?
I believe Michelle would like to hear anything that you have to say about her medical situation.
Bryan and I last evening spoke briefly. I explained to him that your medical people are doing a very good job with you, with the exception of a few attitude problems on their part. But that what you are feeling, what your sister Kaya is worried about, is there is a broken, fragmented part of you that you are hiding, that you are not willing to open that door as of yet. Does this make sense to you?
Kind of.
It is very important that you take time for you, that you go deeper within yourself. It is easy when you are in the physical for you to make stories to ease your pain. But after time, you begin to believe those stories. You begin to believe that the way you have perceived it for so long is the way that it actually took place. But in reality, it is not. When you have tried in the past to open that door, you have been distracted. You have been distracted by your children, or your family, or your friends. And it is a good excuse not to open that door at the time. We are telling you that it is time to open that door. You will heal much faster, not only your physical ailments, but your emotional. Your spirit is beautiful. You must realize that. It is difficult to put into words when you have just begun this journey how difficult it will be. We do not want to scare you off from it. It is emotionally taxing. It hurts. We will not lie about that. When you begin to face things within yourself that you have avoided for years and years and years, decades, it is difficult to begin to be honest with yourself. Bryan has been through this process now for, he is going on 12 months. We are very excited. A year mark is a big birthday for him. But he would be the first to tell you right away. He has been an emotional wreck. It has been the most difficult journey of his life. And finding the things within him that he has lied about to himself for years and believed it, that even when he faced it, he did not believe it. He often questions us. We laugh because we are always right. But he does not seem to feel the same way at times. But we tell everyone to begin at the same place. You must begin to quiet your mind. That can be difficult. Especially difficult when you have a family. But there are times that you have 5 minutes alone That is all it takes to begin. You will find that when you begin to quiet your mind, you will constantly hear questions, phrases. You will talk about your grocery list, or bills that are due, or how your child is sick, but that is okay. What you want to do is allow all of that to flow through you, because there will come a point when, as you are sitting quiet in your mind, you will realize there are no questions coming in. You are not thinking about anything. Part of the reason that we so easily connected with Bryan was because when he said, or when he was asked, "What are you thinking about?" and he said nothing, he really was thinking of nothing. There was nothing in his brain at the moment. He spent years getting to that point where he could clear his mind like that. So, as we said, there's no expectation that it's going to happen at the snap of a finger. But you must start somewhere. Your physical illnesses, though it is difficult for most of you in the physical to understand this, every physical ailment that you contract, every physical ailment that you carry with you, is from your spirit. It is from the self-loathing, that feeling of worthlessness that you and the physical tend to get often, which we find crazy. You are worth more than anything on this planet. Without you, the entire matrix would fall apart, and I know that sounds big, but it is big. There is not a single physical entity that has come forward into this physical world that does not have purpose, that does not keep the matrix flowing the way it should flow. If one of you were to be taken out without our permission, without our knowing, we are not kidding when we say the matrix will collapse. There is purpose for you every minute of your day. I realize that often we hear from those in the physical, "I have no purpose. I do not know what my purpose is. My purpose cannot be that I go to work for 70 hours a week and die at 62. That cannot be the purpose of coming forward." Well, it is not. Purpose, those in the physical have such a big idea of purpose. They believe that, even Bryan has done it at times, that if you have a purpose, then I must be on TV, or I must be famous. People must know who I am to have a purpose, to make any difference. Bryan believed that so deeply that we decided to take him on a little trip and show him. Purpose means all of those that you touch. Anybody that you come in contact in your life, in a positive or negative way, you've affected them. You will find that when you walk through the doorway or die, croak in this physical world, you will be shown those you have touched in your life in this physical existence, and you will be shocked. We can tell you that it took Bryan several days to fully grasp the amount of people that he has affected in his life. He still does not believe it totally, but we are working on him. That is where you need to start. You need to begin to realize the beauty that you are, the effect that you have on those that you touch in this life. You are loved greatly. You have affected people that you do not even know. There are people in other countries you have affected, and you do not know it. We want you to see that. We want you to know how good it was. And when it comes to you, my dear, you must love yourself. You are a beautiful person who has nothing to feel bad about in your past. We wish at times Bryan would have made choices as you made, so that he would have had bigger lessons at that time in his life, but you all choose your reasonings, and you all have your purpose. So begin there. Understand that there is nothing wrong with you. When we say fragmented or broken, you and the physical seem to take that as a very negative thing. We do not mean it negative. We see it as a beautiful thing. Because when you have that, you have opportunity to grow and to learn, to experience and to share your experience. You must realize that there are people out there going through exactly what you have gone through who have nobody. They are completely alone. But to hear your story has made them feel better. They see hope and light at the end of that tunnel. Realize how much you have both inspired people. But it is important that you begin with yourself. When we say you cannot love another if you do not love yourself, you must not make that bigger than it is. Of course you love people. That is a given. It is your purpose here. Love is the purpose here. So, what we mean by that is to feel the true feeling of love. You will not experience until you love yourself first. And let me tell you, when Bryan first experienced true love, when we showed him in the non-physical, he wept. It is something that cannot be described in words in this physical existence until you experience it yourself. And you will experience yourself. There are many lives left to touch. There are many people in which you both will have key roles in their life. So it is important that you experience it. We tell Bryan often, we are running out of time, people. The change is coming. The awakening has begun. Your world is about to change in ways that you never ever expected it to change. And when that happens, it is important that you are, poor choice of words, but right with yourself. There's something that we had told Craig long ago, which he did not perceive correctly until just recently, and that is you must know where you stand. There is more to that saying than just those words. When we say, you must know where you stand, we are telling you, you must know who you are. There is going to come a point very soon in which, if you do not stand for your convictions, you will not stand anymore, period. Does this make sense? We do not do this to strike fear in your heart, because that is not our point. We do this so that you will understand that by believing in yourself, by understanding your belief system, understanding your convictions, there is no physical entity on this planet that can move you from your spot. That is going to be key very soon. The changes that are coming, we cannot go into detail, but we can tell you, your lives will never, ever be the same. You will see this world completely differently. As you begin to see yourself in the light that you see yourself, then you will begin to see your reality change around you. There is another, similar to Bryan, and his name is Bashar. He channels what you would call a extraterrestrial. This sounds crazy, we know, but it is truth. He often speaks of the knowing of thyself, understanding yourself and understanding your convictions. You cannot change your belief system to accommodate another, yet you do it daily. Understanding your belief system is key to knowing yourself and to loving yourself. And when we say understanding your belief system, please understand your belief system is not based in religion. Your belief system is every thought, every choice. Everything you have done throughout this physical existence affects your belief system. And as you begin to explore your belief system, you will find things that will hurt so deeply that you will want to shut down